Hi everyone, my name is Leticia and I'm going to do my presentation over comparing and contrasting advertising versus public relations. So starting off, I would like to go over some definitions. So advertising is defined as a paid, mass-mediated attempt to persuade, and public relations is a strategic communication process that manages public perception and reputation of the brand. These marketing avenues are both designed to raise awareness of a company or product in a positive manner. While they are similar, there are also many differences with their target, objective, control, and credibility. The target for these two marketing avenues are different. Advertising is used primarily to target potential customers, and public relations is quite different in the sense that it targets a wider net area. The objective for advertising is to target a specific market in order to generate sales, while public relations' goal is to build brand awareness and reputation. When it comes to control, when thinking about advertising, there's definitely more control in the sense that you decide how the ad looks and what it will say and when it'll run. On the other hand, public relation has less control. The media decides how the information is presented in the news. Lastly, when looking at credibility, advertising does not have a good credibility. People tend to not believe what an ad tells them. This is because someone is paying them to say what it is being said. Public relation messages are more credible because the messages are communicated through a trusted third party, and are therefore more credible to the public eye. One example of advertising in the real world would be influencers. Influencers are people with the ability to influence potential buyers of a product or service by promoting or recommending the items on social media. Social media is such a big deal nowadays that there are brand deals all over the place on Facebook, Instagram, and especially TikTok. For example, when you are scrolling on TikTok and you see a brand deal and the person is being paid to promote the brand and say good stuff about it, it is considered to be advertising. When people see that it is a paid brand promotion, a lot of people do not take these influencers seriously because they see that the brands are paying the influencers to say all the positive stuff, and therefore they do not trust the product and don't trust in if it's actually good or not. Like stated before, it takes the credibility away from the company. Another real-world example of public relations would include media outlets and press releases. Press releases are news and information that companies send out to inform the public about something of significance. It is not paid for, therefore it is public relations and not advertising. Another example is social media. Social media can be very beneficial for certain businesses. There are a lot of people on different platforms that post about different brands all the time without getting paid for it. They post their honest review, good or bad, without receiving a dime for it. This is called public relations. Another example from recently would be the Sprite challenge on TikTok. That was going around where people would try to drink a whole bottle of Sprite without burping, and that would be considered public relations because it was promoting that specific brand, but no one was actually being paid to do that. It was just a challenge that was going around on TikTok. So that would be considered public relations. Another example of advertising would be billboards, flyers and brochures, newspapers and magazine ads. These are all considered advertising because someone paid to be able to put those certain types of things out in the world. So for example, billboards, every single time that you see a certain billboard for a certain company or brand, that is because someone paid for it to be there. And same thing for the newspapers and magazines and all that stuff. So it's not someone promoting it for free. The brand paid for it to be in that certain place and paid for it to be promoted that certain way. So that would be considered advertising. Well, that was my presentation over advertising versus public relations. And in summary, advertising is a paid, mass-mediated attempt to persuade, while public relations is a strategic communication process that manages public perception and reputation of the brand. And some good examples of advertising would be billboards or influencers, and public relations would be anything that is basically free. So press releases and social media that is not influencing, that is not paid. So yeah, thank you.